Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Full hypothetical storyline, Act 1, collision courses. Multiversal consequences. The film opens with a rapid montage of Spider-Worlds destabilizing. Canon events are glitching. Gwen's dad doesn't die in her universe. Ben Parker is resurrected in another. Spider-Ham's world distorts between realism and cartoon. Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, watches helplessly from the central Spider HQ as the web of life and destiny splinters, fracturing timelines and erasing entire realities. His AI Lila warns of an imminent cascade event. If one more cannon point breaks, the multiverse could collapse. Miles vs. Miles, Earth 42. In Earth 42, our Miles is bound and surrounded by enemies. He confronts his alternate self, the Prowler version of Miles Morales. This Miles never got bitten by a spider. His father Jefferson is dead, and the city is controlled by Kingpin's remnants. Prowler Miles resents Hero Miles for stealing the better life. They engage in a cold, philosophical conversation about fate and circumstance. Prowler sees power as survival. Hero Miles believes it should serve others. Despite being enemies, there's an emotional connection. Gwen's new team, Gwen Stacy, now a fugitive from the Spider Society, travels across universes to rally allies. She visits Pavitra Prabhakar, India, Spider-Man Noir, back from retirement, Penny Parker, now piloting a sleeker mech after her last bot was destroyed, and Spider-Ham. She explains the situation. Miles is trapped, and the multiverse is crumbling. Despite their fear of the consequences, they agree to help Gwen. Their friendship and loyalty override the orders from Spider Society. Miguel's warpath. Miguel O'Hara is unraveling. Haunted by the family he lost when he tampered with canon, he becomes obsessed with restoring order. He initiates Project Weblock, a final failsafe to seal every universe from interference. His AI Lila starts questioning his increasingly fascist tendencies. Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, tries to reason with him, but he refuses to compromise. He now sees Miles not as a hero, but as a virus that must be contained or erased. Divide in the society. The Spider Society begins to split. Jessica Drew contacts Peter B. Parker and hints that Miguel's methods may be worse than the threats they face. Some Spider people, like Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly, remain loyal to Miguel, but others secretly help Gwen. Peter B. struggles between duty and loyalty to Miles. Tensions mount. A silent civil war begins brewing within the ranks of the Spider Society. Bond of Broken Worlds. Back on Earth 42, Hero Miles begins to emotionally connect with his Prowler counterpart. They sneak through the crime-ridden city. Hero Miles helps Prowler stop a robbery without killing anyone, and Prowler sees a different way. They visit Jefferson's grave, and Hero Miles tells Prowler about his version of their dad. Still alive, still proud. This emotional turning point sows the seeds of change in Earth 42 Miles, who starts doubting his path. 2. The Rescue and the Rupture. Rescue at the Edge. Gwen and her team breach Earth 42 via dangerous multiversal jump, bypassing Miguel's locks. A huge fight erupts in the city between Gwen's team and Kingpin's enforcers. Pavita's humor contrasts the grim backdrop, Penny's mech handles heavy artillery, and Noir uses stealth. Prowler Miles arrives mid-battle, but surprisingly helps them escape, opening a path for Hero Miles to leave. As the portal closes, Prowler gives Hero Miles a silent nod, acknowledging they're more alike than he thought. The Spot's ascendancy. The Spot, now transformed into a godlike entity, tears through realities. He absorbs black hole-like spot nodes, gaining exponential power. He blames Miles for making him a joke, and now vows to erase everything Miles loves. We see him destroy a minor Spider-Verse, silhouettes of spider people vanishing in a swirling void. His next target, Earth 1610. Miguel intervenes. On their return to Earth 1610, Gwen's team is ambushed by Miguel, Ben Reilly, and several loyal Spider agents. The battle is fast, brutal, and emotionally charged. Miguel and Miles have a brutal hand-to-hand fight atop collapsing trains in a shifting void. Miguel insists that canon must be preserved, no matter the cost. Miles defeats him, not with strength, but by refusing to kill or hate him. He makes Miguel see that his obsession has consumed him. New purpose, new plan. Penny suggests using a device called the Reharmonizer, which could align unstable canon threads without erasing anomalies. It would require a pure emotional anchor. Miles. The team agrees. They travel to Spider Society's tech core, secretly aided by Jessica, to build the device. Gwen promises Miles that whatever happens, she'll be there until the end. Coming home. Miles finally returns to Earth 1610. He reveals his identity to his parents in a tearful kitchen scene. They're stunned but listen. He tells them he's not a perfect son, but he's trying to be the Spider-Man his world needs. Jefferson, initially furious, finally hugs his son, accepting the responsibility Miles carries. Rio offers emotional grounding. Just come back alive. The Spot arrives. The Spot breaches Earth 1610. Reality begins collapsing. Entire buildings invert, cars float, streets loop endlessly. He begins hunting Miles's family and friends. The city is in total chaos. The Spider Team and Miles rush to evacuate civilians while protecting Miles's family. The Spot taunts Miles, claiming he'll never undo what's been done. All Spider assembly. Unexpectedly, portals open across the sky. Hundreds of Spider people arrive. Silk, Spider-Punk, PS4 Spider-Man, even the 1967 animated Spidey. The biggest Spider War begins. Acrobatics, tech, webs and teamwork on an epic scale. Earth 42 Prowler Miles returns, joining his counterpart. The two fight back-to-back, fully reconciled, two halves of the same soul. Beyond T. Spider War. The Spot merges with the web of life, becoming a walking singularity. Every punch he lands destabilizes reality. Gwen, Peony, and Peter B coordinate attacks, each exploiting their unique styles. Peter B protects Mayday with fierce determination. Pavita uses mirrors to redirect Spot's portals. The animation and emotional stakes peak. Into the core, Miles and Gwen enter the Spot's mind via the reharmonizer. Inside is a surreal landscape, a white void filled with distorted memories. They confront Spot's human side. Dr. Jonathan Owen, a man who only wanted recognition. Miles listens. You're not a mistake. You're what comes next. It breaks through to the man behind the monster. The choice, the Spot lets go. His power fades just enough for Miles to stabilize the core. Miles chooses not to destroy him, but to heal him. The reharmonizer activates, sending out a pulse that realigns the canon web with free will intact. All universes start to rebuild, not based on fate, but on choice. Web rewritten. The multiverse stabilizes. Canon events shift. Gwen's dad lives. Peter B sees a future where he raises Mayday safely. Pavita saves his love. Some Spider people like Noir and Ham choose to fade, becoming stories instead of shadows. Their final moments are hopeful, not sad. Farewells and futures. Miguel watches the aftermath from a distance, humbled. He disappears into a portal for self-exile. Jessica Drew becomes the new leader of a reformed Spider Society, promising to protect with empathy, not fear. The Spider Team hugs and parts ways. Gwen kisses Miles on the cheek before returning to her world. 42 awakens. Prowler Miles returns to Earth 42, inspired. He's developed tech-based web shooters, becoming the first Spider-Man of his world. The city is still rough, but he begins protecting people. A powerful visual. A young kid looks up at him and says, "You're real?" He nods, swinging off into the neon night. The web of possibility. Miles swings across Brooklyn, renewed and in full control of his identity. Gwen's voice narrates, "In every universe, we get to choose who we are." The final shot pans out to reveal the glowing web of life, a beautiful, shifting, unpredictable tapestry. One golden strand pulses, teasing the next adventure.